Good morning. It's been a while. I'm Jim, and this is my journey. If this is your first time here, subscribe. I try to do, now I'm trying to do weekly vlogs, but right now I've been discussing what quarantine life is like for a teacher, and right now it is June 18th. And I am in the middle of a move. I just today did my forwarding mail, and I don't want it forwarded it until my birthday, um, because that way, if I get an email at either residence, then it's coming through. But I'm running into a bit of a problem. I need help with the heavy stuff. And as you can see, I'm painting at the other place. And I think I'm going to be done with all the renovations today. That's my goal. Today, any painting, any kind of like um, fixer upper stuff, I'm going to be done with. Well, I've got okay, so we started on, and I'm going to do the video, the before and after video. So as you can see, I've started even taking stuff down. So plants are going next. But my daughter and her fiance came and helped me take down the cabinets in the kitchen because when I went to go clean them, the paint came off. So the house is 25 years old, and it has not had a fresh coat of paint on the cabinets. So my daughter and her fiance, the fiance went into as you can see, I even have paint on my arm, and I took a shower last night. I'm falling into paint everywhere. Um, so her fiance started ripping the wallpaper off of in my bedroom. So that was a good thing because I absolutely hated the wallpaper, and it was starting to peel in areas and different things. And so for a quick fix, I went and got some black peel and stick paper. And you're probably going, black? Well, okay. I am so done with white. Can you see behind me? Okay. I've been living in this house almost 2 years. I love this house. Absolutely adore this place, right? It's white. Everything is white. Now, the new house, everything is beige. Look at me. Do you see this? I'm white. My hair is gray and beige. Okay. And that's because that's how it's growing. Okay. That's how it's growing. I haven't done any color, anything. I use purple shampoo once every 2 weeks or something like that because I'm trying not to, put too much product in my hair. Part of me wants to go back to work just because I want to like dress up a little bit. Another part of me is like, can I find a stay-at-home job where I can be busy and, um, have a reason to get up every day? But I have a reason to get up every day. I do. I really do. But anyway, long story short, I decided to put black wallpaper in the bathroom. And my daughter goes, it's really dark. And I said, I'm really white. So the dark behind me, I'll pop out when I put makeup on. I'm not getting all these other, this light bouncing off everywhere. So I'm starting to notice people are like making comments, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I think it's elegant because it's different and it's monochromatic. Like I literally black and it has cream countertop, and I do have a black and white inspirational words around the shower, which probably won't stay. But that's what I had money for, and I'd already bought it for a while ago. So until I get a little bit more money where I can actually like buy the tile that I want to buy and all that stuff. I'm just gonna right now. Just let it be. It So I'm gonna finish that up today. I'm gonna finish up the stuff so I can hang everything. I'm gonna start putting in, setting it up for a real living room, a real, like putting things in their place like they should be, because this weekend is my goal. And so I'm either going to be at church or not on Sunday. And that's just because I've got to get this stuff done. And the way my back is this week, and the thunderstorms, there were supposed to be thunderstorms yesterday. And so I don't see them happening today. I'm looking at the weather, and I know the lighting is really bad here right now. You see me? Oh, there you go. You can see me a lot better. But the lighting hasn't, the weather hasn't been that great. So, like, it's supposed to be beautiful today. So I'm going to try to get as much as I can done today. I don't think it's going to rain until like 6. Well, it looks like it's not even going to rain till like after 9 o'clock tomorrow. So I've got a lot to do because I've got the carpet guy coming tomorrow. And I also have a photo shoot tomorrow for my birthday. I'm going to take a 40th or 50th 40th 50th birthday photo shoot. So I'll have fresh photos for my birthday. And yesterday I had professional development with equity. And in light of everything that's going on, what's amazing to me is there's 162 people that showed up from our community. And I love the fact that there are people in other places and other communities that wanted to see change. They don't know how to go about it. And like I shared yesterday, I said, it's not about coming up with a plan. Right now, we have to come to common ground. And if we can't talk about it honestly, that there is a real problem in America, that we see it and not just the world around us sees, and I have one friend on my Facebook that I'm about to block. I hate to say this, but she's just so pissed about everything. And she's mad about the Black Lives Matter. She's mad that Aunt Jemima is getting rebranded. And I said, well, it was systemic racism that, propagated a mammy character for Aunt Jemima. And they hired a very dark-skinned, robust woman with a mammy costume in the 60s to promote the fact, basically, that who's supposed to cook your breakfast? The slave. Who's supposed to serve you? The slave. So, I also think Mrs. Buttersworth is not white. She comes in this lovely brown bottle. And she does sound like she's a little bit of a mammy. Uncle Ben's Rice has a Black man who, kind of like that Booker T. Washington, kind of that elegant Black man, which is very nice that they've chosen a man like him, but he looks like a butler. And then, Cream of Wheat has a Black man with the chef's hat. And he looks like, he's the cook, so anyway, there's positions in media that they have been putting Black people in not always the best light. And it seems to be pushing an agenda that this is where a Black person is supposed to work. This is where a Black person is supposed to exist, so to speak. And none of us agree with it. None of us like it. And some people are like, well, that's just the way it's been all my life. I don't know anything different. Just because you don't know anything different doesn't mean that it's wrong, that it isn't wrong. A child who's been raised in an abusive home doesn't realize they're in an abusive home until they get removed and have somebody love on them and not get cussed at, not get abused, not get physically abused, not get verbally abused, not get sexually assaulted by their own family member. We're living in times that our kids are suffering. You know, there are people really, really hurting, and it's not good. It's just not good. And so I just want to bring out that, this is a time for us to pay attention, to be aware, to be woke, as they say, to be awake. Okay. If you're not awake, if you're not learned, become learned. Get out of yourself and understand. Yes, I am very, very white. Okay. I'm white. I was raised in a very conservative background. We did not have a lot of people of color in my community. However, I was never taught that Black people were less than me. And when I see it being put out there, and when I see, now we're up to 10 young men who have been hung. Black men don't hang themselves. I'm just going to tell you that. They don't hang themselves from trees. They don't promote suicide. I mean, they'll shoot a place up, but that doesn't mean they're promoting suicide. But I mean, come on. Some of this stuff is just ridiculous. I'm very happy that the media is actually like sharing some things, but at the same time, I see the hidden agenda. Our president has forgotten that the coronavirus is probably going to come back with a vengeance. If we go back to school, some lawmakers are trying to say that we need to get hazard pay, which we probably should in the first place, let alone with the coronavirus. But I just want you to realize that it doesn't matter what they pay us. There's teachers here that we're here for the kids. We really are here for the kids, that we want them to grow and learn and all that good stuff. But there are also people here who don't care, and they're just getting a check. So having said all that, just be careful who, that we don't go back too early. Because if you think about it, okay, if we go back and a kid gets coronavirus, or a teacher, basically wherever that child was, anybody who was exposed to that child will have to be quarantined for 14 days. If I, as a teacher, come up with coronavirus, I will have to be quarantined for 14 days, and all of my students and any of my coworkers that I came into contact with will have to be quarantined for 14 days. So you tell me, how is this going to work? I don't get it. So anyway, that has been my time. I'm trying so hard to figure out how to get my big stuff moved. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Be safe.